Well, good morning. This week we've been looking at verses that contain peace. And I have to be honest, I didn't understand very well what godly peace was all about. You see, my impression of peace was kind of the absence of war. And it's like most things with God, there is no it's just anything. Psalm 4 says, "Answer me when I call to you, O my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Be merciful to me and hear my prayer. How long, O men, will you turn my glory into shame? How long will you love delusions and seek false gods? Know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call to him. In your anger do not sin, and when you're on your bed, search your hearts and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and trust in the Lord." Many are asking, who can show us any good? Let the light of your face shine upon us, O Lord. You have filled my heart with greater joy than when their grain and new wine abound. I will lie down and sleep in peace. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. You know, when you think of peace as being the absence of war, it's not really all that exciting. It kind of represents normal and mundane. I can even remember my grandma telling me that after a bad situation, well, I finally have come to peace with it. It was as if what she was saying was she had just come to grips that was as good as it was going to get. But you see, with God, as good as it's going to get is going to be the absolute best it could ever be. God doesn't settle for mundane or just a little. As we saw with joy, it's abundant, exceedingly, over the top. The Hebrew word for peace is shalom. They use it as a greeting and as a salutation. And what it means is, may the Lord be a blessing on you with peace. May the Lord give you peace. There's a lot of people in our world right now who have a hard time sleeping at night. This verses in Psalm 4 basically said, when I go to sleep at night, I sleep well because I'm safe. So why is it that people don't sleep at night? Well, it's because they're either afraid or they're worrying. They're either afraid of the unknown and what's in the dark, or they're afraid of what might happen, or their worry is about the things that may occur. You notice how the devil uses fear and worry both in speculating. He never gives us both sides of an option. He only has you contemplate the worst possible conditions. It's how fear and worry work. But you see, with God, it's a different scenario altogether. With God, He abundantly, as we've seen this week, protects us from our enemies. He doesn't just hold His hand over us so that the rocks won't hit us. No, He picks up mighty boulders and He throws them at our enemies to crush them. He doesn't simply just give us morsels, as in the show, I don't remember as a kid, but I remember the little beggar boy coming back, "Sir, may I have some more?" Never have to say, "Can you have some more with Lord?" He'll dump so much on you, you'll have to say, "Whoa, Lord, I can't eat all this." And He'll say, "I know, so share it with somebody who's hungry." The beauty of what the Lord does for us is that it doesn't just sustain us, it's far more abundant enough to help us share and meet others' needs too. Well, the world is in a heap of a mess without any peace. And I'm afraid to say that oftentimes Christians We can grasp the joy that comes in an answered prayer. Oh, have we been excited over that. But way too often, the joy is snatched away by the mundane activities of day-to-day life, and we forget who we serve. The word for God in Hebrew used with shalom for the blessing is Adonai. And Adonai, best translated, means Lord or Master. You see, if we could really understand that we have a Lord, a Master, one who oversees us as his prized possessions, one whom he loves and takes care of with the best of qualities, then we would know that all of our needs are being met by him. We should wake up in the morning with the sound of gratitude that we have opened our eyes for another day, and that our lungs are functioning to bring in air and give us opportunity to share with others. We should remember midway through the day all that we've accomplished that day already, and what lies in store as we continue to serve our Master, the Lord. And at the end of the night, it should be so easy to sleep, having fulfilled a great day of service. But more than that, to have known that through it all we were totally blessed by God, the Master, the Creator. I hope that you're feeling some of that peace. And if you're not, ask the question, what's holding you back? What are you worrying about or afraid of that you haven't yet turned over to the Lord? And when you discover it, fall to your knees and give it to him. And then once you have it, go out and share it with the world. Help those who are afraid and who can't sleep. Those who are hungry and striving so diligently to find something that the Lord provides and help by providing. And then in the midst of watching their hope turn to faith, you'll help them experience Simcha, the joy. And then the shalom of peace. Go out this week and experience the joy of living the Christian faith. And in his name we ask, amen.